Took nearly 2 decades, but tonight California is finally getting a series of state laws to regulate the medical marijuana industry.
And it comes at a time when Californians may soon be voting on whether to legalize recreational marijuana. KCAL9 political reporter Bryan joins us now with what this all means for California. Dave?
Lena, Susie, for decades now, local cities, towns, and counties throughout California have been debating and struggling with how to regulate the billion-dollar medical marijuana industry. In many cases, hoping the state would come up with a legal code that could be followed throughout California. Now, that day has finally come. Governor Brown capped off a flurry of bill signing this week by putting his signature on a package of bills he expects will bring some order and rules to the medical cannabis industry. In a signing statement, the governor said this new structure will make sure patients have access to medical marijuana while ensuring a robust tracking system. Although some of the new rules for cultivating, transporting, and selling the marijuana won't go into effect for 3 years, some locals believe they're long overdue, coming nearly 20 years after the vote to legalize medical marijuana in California. And for much of that time, existing local regulations have been all over the map, ranging from an outright ban in some cities to almost anything goes in some others, where the sale of medical marijuana has been so loosely regulated that almost anyone could buy it. The bills signed into law by Governor Brown would impose complex regulations ranging from medical marijuana testing to licensing producers and dispensaries. State agencies will regulate the entire process from cultivation to sale. And under the new rules, much of the marijuana industry must get permits from both state and local agencies. In fact, cities and counties can still restrict or even ban medical marijuana in their communities if they choose to do so. Now, in about 13 months, California voters will likely face a ballot proposition that would legalize the sale and use of recreational marijuana as well. So in some respects, the new regulations signed into law by the governor may be laying the framework for what could be coming next. And tonight, the Sacramento Bee reports the medical pot bills passed with broad support from both law enforcement and the cities. Some city officials around the state were reportedly anxious for the state to set these rules before the voters potentially did in a ballot proposition designed by the cannabis industry. Lena, Susie, back to you.